All right, how you guys doing? So, man, it's good to be back on stage and performing again. This whole lockdown thing fucked me up. I had to go and get a real job. And now I'm manager of Papa John's, which is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I've been feeding America for a year now. It's a real job. The thing about it is, I run this Papa John's, and I'm at least 21 years older than all of my employees. You know? So they talk to me all day long. They're like 21 years old. And I'll be honest, I've been working there for 3 years. I don't understand a fucking word they've said yet. It's crazy. I feel like my dad when I was a kid. He had no idea what the fuck we were talking about. The only thing I have understood is that the one thing the kids that work for me talk about is video games. They're all the time like, hey, they call me Uncle Andy at work. They're like, Uncle Andy. They're like, hey man, do you play video games? I'm like, no, I haven't played video games since 2003. They're like, how come? I was like, well, you see, in 2003, they invented Xbox Live. And I got strung out on online poker. My friends, after missing 8 days of work, had to kick in my front door and found me in the same pair of underwear covered in Mountain Dew bottles playing video games. And I realized right then I had a fucking problem. And it was the Xbox. It had to go because it had nothing to do with the mountain of cocaine on my end table. It was definitely the fucking Xbox. And it worked out good because I sold it in all my games and used the money to buy more cocaine. So, it was a strange journey, but, you know. I will say this, being in food service, I have come to realize that food service is the last place on the planet that potheads are truly fucking appreciated. Let me explain. You order for pizza from Papa John's on a Friday night. Who do you want making your pizza? The uptight college graduate worried about food cost, or the stoner at the end of the make line who's like, no fucking way, bro. It's gotta have more pepperoni. That's the guy you want to make your food. You know? Not performing for a while, did some horrible things to my friends. I got a lot of friends that are broke right now. We haven't played and done shows for money in a while. People don't realize this. If you own a small business, now is the time to get someone to like be an endorsement for you. Because of COVID and things that happened on lockdown, I had to do an endorsement deal, save me some money. It was with my attorney. So I did one of those commercials. You know the ones I mean? It's got that guy's like, damn, when I got my DUI, hell, I didn't know what to do. You're going to jail. It's easy. I got it figured out. You know? But I did one of those commercials. I'll share it with you guys. He goes, my name is Andy, and when I got my DUI, I wasn't sure what to do. So I called the Wolf. He did such a good job on my case, I'm drunk as fuck right now. He got 30 calls that first week. It was awesome, you know. I mean, the truth is, man, we're broke these days. I'll endorse anything. If you put enough zeros in the check, I will get on national TV and say, when I get that unfresh feeling, I also choose Massengill douche. If you put another zero on that check, I'll show them how to fucking use it. I'm just saying, you know. Just saying. Tired of being broke, man. Tired of being broke. I have an English bulldog. Her name is Bubbles. And she's the laziest creature God ever fucking created, okay? Like, I have to wake my dog up to feed this bitch. I'm like, I know you heard the can opener, you know? She's lazy. I try to play with her. I got to keep her active because bulldogs are gain weight. So I get her out in the backyard. I'm like, you see the ball, Bubbles? She's like, I see it. I'm like, watch the ball. She's like, okay, I'm watching. She's like, oh, shit. Hey, that's a nice toss, Andy. You got something there. I'm going to go in the house to lick my butt, but you let me know how that works out for you, bro. Keep working on that, man. You know? She's stupid. She's crazy. You know, but I realize this because my dog's a stoner. If you get stoned, you have to get your dog high. It's like a federal law, I think. But if dogs are the stoner of the animal community, cats would have to be the acid tripper, right? You know, what other animal can you think of besides a cat? Well, chase a fly in your living room for 47 minutes that doesn't fucking exist. You can have a cat for 12 years walking by and go, hey, kitty, yes. Like, who the fuck are you? Look on his face, you know? Only people on acid forget their friends of 12 years. Plus, they voluntarily go and take a shit in a box full of gravel, all right? I did it twice, but it was my party, so it didn't matter, you know? Who really cares? Who really cares? When my mom first met Bubbles, we were in Arizona. My mom had never been there before. I'm in Arizona. It's hot as fuck in Arizona. Bubbles walks in the living room. She looks at my mom dead in the face and shits right in the middle of the floor. My mom's like, Andy, why is your dog taking a shit in the living room? I said, Mom, if your bathroom was 122 degrees, you'd shit in the living room too. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her. You know, I moved to Arizona when I was young when I moved to Arizona, 20 some odd years ago. And I realized when I got to Arizona that I'd finally been accepted by my new neighbors and my new community when I got my very own Mexican nickname. I've been there about 4 days. They're like, hey, pendejo. I was like, oh, that's, I didn't know what that meant for 2 years, but I knew they were talking to me, Jack. That's all I knew. I was special. I spent a little time in the Army. I was a medic for the Army. And part of the job that medics do in the military is we are responsible for the drug tests that are given, you know? Which basically means that your government spent $65,000 in 4 months of my time to teach me how to beat every drug test on the market. All right? Hey, that shit built a career for me, you know what I'm saying? Sell that information. But we do military drug testing differently. In the military, we have to watch urine leave your body, okay? Like, I was in the infantry, so I was basically looking at dick all day. My technical title was meat gazer. It was awesome, you know? But you go take a drug test for a pre-employment drug screen, it's no big deal. You have to have 3 things. You have to have a photo ID, you have to take off your hat, and then you have to go sit in the bathroom all by yourself for 5 minutes. Okay, I'm not the smartest guy here tonight. I smoke pot. But if I'm gonna sneak a bag of piss into a drug testing facility, am I really gonna keep it under my fucking hat? Because if that double Ziploc baggie busts while I'm in the lobby, how do you explain that shit to the ID lady? You know, you come cruising up on her and she's got that, hold up, motherfucker. How come you're sweating and what is that smell? You're like, relax, it's my new cologne, it's called Urine Luck. Thanks, guys, it's been a lot of fun.